Hello everyone. We chose to do the Chevron challenge. So here we're trying to predict the number of hot dogs sold based on the store number, day of the year, and other time variables. And so the first thing that we did was we decided to clean the data by removing all meaningless columns, and that was defined by columns that have less than two unique values. So if a column such as loyalty site right here is true for every single row, every single store, we removed that because that's pretty meaningless. And the second thing that we removed was the city, as this is basically a unique identifier for each store, and same with the store number, so that's kind of redundant. And then we moved on to a bit of feature engineering, and so here we created a variable that captures the day of the week, and so that we decided to do that because we noticed a pattern when visualizing the day of the week against the sales. And so it should be noted that we also tried to feature engineer other features such as the season, but those did not prove to be beneficial, so they're not included here. The next I'll visualize is just all the variables against the sales, and that's just a good way of exploring our data. Here we account for all outliers, and according to the bounds, the negative outlier is, or the lower outlier is negative, so we only account for positive outliers. We split our training and testing set in a 70-30 ratio, as that's what works best for us, and we decide to, and then we start modeling, and we decided to use XGBoost because it is very robust to outliers, overfitting, etc. At the same time, it is one of the best for small and medium structured tabular data. So this is just a benchmark-based run, and we get this initial result of 9.2. But now we did start hyperparameter tuning, and so we use cross-validation to tune a couple of variables here, and we get the optimal value. And so once we set the optimal value of all these 5 hyperparameters, we end up with this, and so then we train it to the optimal step, and we end up with the result of about 9.01 RMSE. Here is just printing out the results of our predictions for the scoring set that was just recently released, and so just for full transparency, this should be the exact same as our Excel spreadsheet. The second element that I want to show you guys is just a demo of our web app. And so the first element we have here is the same model that I just showed you guys. So the user can input a bucket, a day, and a store, and it'll predict the hot dogs. And it automatically calculates all the other variables, so you only need to enter these 3. Second part is just an interactive map, and so you can choose the bucket, and then once you do that, you can actually hover over these points for more information. If you press play, it goes throughout the year by month, so you can. It's a great way to visualize our data. And finally, here we highlighted a few very influential Tableau visualizations. And as I mentioned earlier, this was the visualization by weekday, which you can see certain peaks and dips across all 4 stores. And so these are some of the visualizations that helped us most. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.